Shouter! Tinakoto, hello and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program demo, because I haven't bought the game yet. Buy the game! Bird, you're probably shouting. Oh, we might. Anyway, we are back here just in the game. We didn't really get up to much in the last episode. Hopefully kind of want to make a bit of a longer episode today. As I said, we're going to try and get onto the moon. Moon or bust. Nice reference there to Kurt J. Mack's channel, Farlands or Bust. Pretty cool series of Minecraft videos. Alright, well... do I have a saved? No. Right, I think we will just make a new save here. Player name. Let's give ourselves a name here. Okay. I'm hitting backspace, so that's not working. Oh, okay, what about this? Nope, it's staying as demo. My career mode's locked at the moment, and that's locked in the alpha, or the full game as well, so... yeah, we're just going to stick with sandbox, of course. Let's hit that start button. And here we are at the Kerbal Space Center. We've got the launch pad over here, which we saw in the last episode. The Vehicle Assembly Building, excuse me, or more simply referred to as the VAB. This is where we build our spacecraft, and then we truck them on out to the launch pad and send them away. Over here we've got the tracking station, which I think, is it just a single click or double click? Either way, I double clicked it there. And if you remember from last episode, we kind of had that map view. This is kind of the same thing, except we don't need to be in an active mission. And so you can have multiple missions going on at the same time, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that works all that well in the demo. We'll have to see. And here we can zoom out again. We've just got these three celestial bodies in the Kerbal system. We've got the sun, Kerbal itself, and then one of its moons, just the moon. Named after our moon, I'm sort of guessing, as well as the colour. Alright, well, I think it's up here. Back, please. And then over here we've got the space plane hangar. I don't think the space plane... no. This feature is only available in the full version of the game. The space plane hangar is where you can make kind of aircraft, which tend to use engines which operate inside the atmosphere, so... cool as. But yeah, we're gonna try today to head to the Vehicle Assembly Building and see if we can't make ourselves a rocket capable of getting to the moon and capable of getting back. Would be really cool as well. So we've got one pod there. Haven't actually taken a decent look at what kind of parts we've got here. SAS, RCS, SAS. Okay, we have all these things here. A decoupler, right. Okay, I'm just looking at all of these and I'm getting a bunch of ideas on how to make some aircraft here. Got some wings, we don't really need those for space, that won't work. Got some ladders here by the looks. Oh, excuse me, a mobility announcer. Landing strut. Oh, really? Okay, we'll be able to use those on our lunar mission, and no science equipment, unfortunately. Well, I think the most important thing that we need to think about is the various stages of our craft here. Now, the last stage that's probably going to be re-entering Kerbal would probably be just the command module. So we want, of course, the Kerbal to survive. Unfortunately, in the last episode we lost Bill. I think we could have kept him alive if we used one of these, a little parachute. Stick that on there, and that just works as a kind of a brake, and that's going to bring the pod down to just a couple of meters per second, and if we land in the ocean, that's more than survivable, which is cool. But we need to see if we can add a couple of other things here, as we learned from Herman von Kerbal, or whatever his name was, Kerman. I think what we're going to use a lot here is the decoupler. I'm not sure where it was though. Structural? Okay, here it is. So, okay, yeah, that's cool. So that's gonna separate various parts of our rocket, which is excellent. Now, some fuel tanks, I think. Actually, where is it? Advanced SAS, or just a little SAS? Well, may as well go for the SAS. Now, this is a really, really cool toy that we didn't really get to see in the last episode either, and this is going to help us out a lot with navigating or controlling our ship. Also, as well, we're probably going to want to use a couple of these. Don't really want to get those on just yet. We'll just make the rest of our craft here. how do we want to build this? I think what I want to do is actually put one of these tri-couplers on. And you'll see why in just a second here, because what I'm thinking of building here is a lander, kind of a little thing that'll be able to land on the surface. So where are those legs? We need to put the fuel tanks on first. Okay. So again, we've got these big fuel tanks, which we could stick on here. I don't think we're going to use these, though. We'll use the littler ones. Actually, can I do this? Symmetry, do 3 symmetry? There we go. Didn't really play with these last episode. But yeah, that helps in speeding up the design process a little bit of these craft. Alright, well, yep, we've got our kind of lander thing going on there. Probably want to get some little engines here. I'm thinking these LV909s. So if we just get 3 of those on there. Yeah, this is looking good. I'm actually really liking this. Alright, yes, so then we've got a little bit of propulsion there. Now the main reason that I use these this tri-coupler and these 3 fuel tanks here, apart from having an enormous amount of fuel, where were the legs? Utility, here they are. I can stick these on here. I'm going to stick them on the kind of the radial side, just like this. Yeah, doesn't really matter too much. Connect! Oh. There we go. That was a bit weird. Alright, well anyway, yeah, those little legs are going to connect onto the sides of here now, and that's just going to give us a bit of a lander here, a bit of stability is what I'm thinking. Not that it matters too much. You know, that should be pretty good, I hope. Alright, well I think what we're going to do now is add some decouplers to the bottom of these engines. Okay, there we go. It automatically adds these kind of shroud things around the engines just to make the ship look cool. I'm going to mouse down a little bit here. Alright. I'm going to design the rest of this craft. I think what I want to do here is have... Oh, actually, let me just take this decoupler away for just a second. What I want to do is have... I want to take this down as well, maybe. Yeah. I'll just take that away for a second. Now there should be some RCS fuel here. Now this is pretty cool stuff. RCS. It's kind of like... if you remember the engine that we used in the first episode, there's these 2 different types of propulsion. There's these engines, kind of like in that one in the first episode, and then there's these little RCS thrusters, and these are kind of mounted onto the side of your spacecraft, and those help with kind of fine adjustments in space and so on. I'm not really sure I want to put them though. It's not really a practical spot. But a nice little trick that I learned is if I bring this button up here, the center of mass, it always helps to try and have your RCS thrusters kind of around the center of mass. So I think what I'm going to do is stick this here. And that should have made 3, yep, cool. And then what I'm going to do is stick another one. I'll get rid of the center of mass now. Stick another one over here. It's kind of in line with this. So now we've got... It's pretty reasonable. That should give us a fair amount of turning power, I'd say. Yeah, that might be alright. And then probably just want to stick a couple... Probably on the RCS fuel tank itself. There we go. Kind of on the same plane as these landing legs. That looks pretty good. So there we go. That's a lander. A good start, I think. What we want to do is put those decouplers back on, and then worry about the fuel system. So I think what so that's the lander that we're going to have on the moon, and then that's going to bring us back to the planet, hopefully. I think what we want to do now is have kind of a stage that's going to allow us to travel in between Kerbal and the moon. So interstellar space thing. I probably want to use a... let's use these ones. Which one's more fuel efficient? I haven't really seen that. I think we'll use these less powerful ones, because why the heck not? Just stick those on the bottom there. That looks pretty good. No, that should be okay. probably need to move this craft up a little bit. I think you need to drag it from the command pod here. This is looking cool. Then we need to... I actually probably might almost want to get some more fuel in there. Let's see. Just in case. I'm a little bit nervous that there might not be enough fuel there. Alright, so that should be okay. That should be enough fuel, I think. Then what we're going to do is have... Okay, I think... Is there some kind of radial decoupler? There is. Oh, yeah. I think what we're going to do is just kind of move this up again, just to make sure we have enough space. Not the parachute, the entire thing, please. And let's see. I'm going to stick you in the outside bit here, maybe? Or maybe up a little bit more. I'm thinking of having another stage, or another couple of stages. Maybe if I do... If I put more, does that help? Okay, it's not quite amazing at doing this one. Alright, well, how about we do something on the same plane as these RC thrusters, and then where'd they go? Stick it over here. Oh, okay. Well, scratch that. Let's reselect these and do this. I was kind of hoping to have kind of a tanks over here and then tanks over here. Might still be able to do that. We'll see. I think what I'm going to do, yeah, is just have probably... I think tanks. Let's put a tank on here. And then those big engines. The big engines. The 45s. That's going to help us get out of the atmosphere of Kerbal. I'm hoping. I'm just going to put them down here a little bit. Now I think there are some special cone things. Mono propellant, well. Okay. Now how about this? That's looking okay. Can I put more decouplers on there? I can. Okay, what about... Okay, kind of have to redesign this, okay. Well, why don't I take this and then say, go on here. Like that. Is that going to work? Yikes. I broke it, guys. Oh, there we go. Alright. This just made the nozzles a little bit smaller. I guess that... Oh well. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Ah, that's the great thing about this game. It's just like, well, you know, you design your own space program. It's just like, well, we don't know what's going to happen. Let's find out, I guess. For science! Ah, does this connect at all? I don't think so. It's probably a little bit too close to this tank over here is what I'm thinking. Right, maybe I can move this around a little bit more by doing this. There, will that help? Maybe. I just kind of want to have these on the ends. Not quite the end there, bird. Alright. It looks okay. It looks okay. And then we'll get one of these on here. I don't know, just put it down a little bit more because it looks cool. So this is going to be our stage that's going to get us out of Kerbal. Am I having any concerns about this? Probably. Probably having some minor design concerns here, but you know, it's all a learning process. I think we just want to move these up a little bit. Does it matter if all those rockets are like not on the same level? No, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. We can always come back later. Now I think there's something that we can add. Not that it matters too much, just because this is an alpha building game. But there's these cones here, specifically for aerodynamicism. But again, there's no real aerodynamics in the game yet, so all they're really doing is adding weight. Actually, I think if I can only put 2 on here, I'm really leaning towards the idea of Whoa. Just trying to center these, or distribute these a bit better. This one's alright. I just want to move this one a little bit more. Oh boy. Oh boy. Careful. Aha! That's better. Hello. Ooh, circuit board. Alright, we're looking good there. I think we're okay. Okay, let's just think about our staging here. So we've got these runs here. Okay, let's have these three in a different stage. Can I add a... can I do that? Okay, there we go. I can pull these down into a different stage. There we go. So these two will go first. I want all the engines to fire. I want to kind of do the... Oh, okay, no, okay. Put all these engines together. And then what I'll do is... Yeah, so fire all the engines at the same time. Where is it? Put these external fuel ducts. Now what I'm going to do is... Now which ones are firing first? Which ones are decoupling? Which ones do I want to decouple first? Well, not that that matters. I want to have a new stage. Put those up down there. So these are... Which one detaches first? This one. So we'll take a fuel line from here. Stick it over into this tank. It's probably going to debalance our system a little bit, but that might be okay. Right, so let's just confirm. I'm new to the game, guys, so I'm just learning alongside you guys, hopefully. Alright, that looks okay. It looks okay. I think it's a little bit wonky. No, actually, we'll see. We'll just roll with it. What the heck? It looks fine. It looks fine. It's fine. Alright, so we've got the fuel going from there to there. So these ones are going to run out of fuel pretty quick because they're going to be putting fuel into the engines and out there to give us thrust, and the fuel's going to be going into here because both of these engines are going at the same time. So this tank is going to empty twice as fast as this one. That's the idea. Oh, I probably want a fuel line going from here into the middle if I can manage it. Just take it from here and connect it to the middle tank. Okay, that way all of these engines can actually fire. Wait a second. You. Okay, all these three. Can I select all of those? Okay, now I want to put those down here with these engines. So they're all firing at the same time. Then the first stage decouples these. And the next stage decouples these, I hope. Yep, that's working. And this next stage is going to decouple those. Right, yeah, that's good, that's what we want. And then these engines are going to fire. Up here is pretty much our lander. Right, that's looking pretty good, guys. I think we've got a good rocket here. I think we have a good rocket here. And I'm probably going to actually add a link in so that you guys could probably jump right to this very moment, so that you could skip all that building process. So the general idea is, well, I guess you'll see. These aren't even, but hey, it's fine. I think we'll call this. Let's call this the Bird Monovator. Kind of like an elevator. Play on the word Monovator. That's got 2 T's. Must be 1 T. There we go. Let's save that. And oh, actually, one last thing. Let's add some struts to just kind of hold it in place. Well, that'll do. Okay, the strut's going to fire at the same time as our engines. That's what we want. Let's just save that and head to the launch pad. This should be pretty much ready to go. Pretty much ready. I'm guessing. A bit of atmospheric going on. Okay, that's way up in the air there. I hope that doesn't matter too much. We've got Bob Kerman here filling in for his two dead counterparts, Bill and Jebediah. Alright, well, yeah, not really much else to say other than that this thing is almost... it actually is higher than the launch tower there, which is kind of funny. We'll just throttle all the way up, and now I think it's T. Yes, T is going to activate our SAS. I kind of talked about this during the building. That's going to help keep our rocket steady. You'll see, you'll see. Alright, well, not really much else to say other than preparing for launch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Okay, I'm going to go to second one pretty much immediately here. It's sprawling out of control. I don't know why. So it's supposed to do that. So, okay, if I press that E, does that help? Oh boy. Yeah, my main concern at the moment is that these are a bit unstable. I thought they were going to be a bit more stable than this. I think we'll be fine. We'll see if we can get to the moon with this. We'll detach those. We'll be attached to the two along there. So we're kind of carrying a bit of excess weight for no reason. These two ones are way down there. And these are almost out of fuel, these radio ones. So we'll get rid of those and hopefully the craft will be a bit more stable. Alright. Oh, hey, it's supposed to be stable. Is it working? Recycle the SAS a bit. See if that helps. Okay, yep. There we go. Hold that there. Okay, cool. Now we're kind of going the wrong way. Which way is 90 degrees? On my little nav board, it's a bit too small. Let's see, it's something I'm definitely going to have to work with there. I can't actually tell which one's the 90 degree. Well, we'll see if we can move the rocket. Wrong way, wrong way. Alright, we're probably way missing this. No, there it is, way down the bottom there, 90 degrees. That's good. Just want to try and keep the ship pointed on the 90. That's about... burning so much fuel there. We'll see if that's... hold it right there. We're now that we're out of the atmosphere of Kerbal, it's actually holding together a lot better. Engines here by pressing the X button. That's going to save us fuel. Now if I press the M key again, we should be able to come back. Alright, well, we've used up most of our stage that's actually going to get us to the moon here, and we're not even orbit around Kerbal. I think that was marginally successful. Marginally. Oh dear. I think we were doing okay. Alright, how soon do we hit an apoapsis? I think you can do this in this part of the game. Okay, you can add a maneuver. So what I'm going to do is pull on this little thing here. And we can set up a little thing that our little burn, a little plan for our ship here. I can see one problem here is that the apoapse socket 6 a bit bigger, 311, and that one's only 78. Alright, now we get a whole bunch of new stuff down here, and we're probably not going to be able to do this. A bit of a failed attempt to get into the moon here, guys. Alright, just want to try and move the ship towards this blue marker that's been placed on the nav ball, as it's known. Be delicate. And hold it right there, computer. Alright, the burn time is estimated to be 43 seconds, and we've got 34 seconds to the node, so we probably should burn about now. Yeah, so the burn time is actually around about right. We're going to have enough fuel, though, on the stage to because that stage can be used, so we'll just hit the space bar and let this hopefully hit the ground again. Now we're probably gonna... Now that we're in space, it actually is a lot easier, I think. Well, let's actually scrap that maneuver. There we go. Get rid of that, please, and we'll add one about here. Let's try... Okay, I see. This is a lot better. So we'll bring that down to be about even on both sides. How's that? 141, 134, that's pretty good to me. Alright, so we'll calibrate the computers for that. It's coming in just a couple of seconds here. Right, burn. It's going to take us 1 minute to do this burn. And we're falling down to the surface again, which is not good. Right. Let's see if we can do it quite longer. Gravity is always working on you, so you're always falling towards the planet. It's just that you're travelling fast enough in a certain direction where you're basically continually falling and literally missing... Oh, stop! You're literally missing the planet. Oh, how are we doing? Yeah, we've got a bit of a wonky orbit there, but it is nonetheless in orbit around Kerbal. We did it! We actually did it. Get rid of that maneuver. Right. Well, there we go. That's part 1 of this mission successful, and we've used up a third of our fuel. Oh wow. Kerbal Space Program. Bob, how are you doing down there, Bob? You kind of, okay, I could probably understand. That's probably the face of a lot of the viewers at the moment, just kind of worried about my overzealous plan to land on the moon and back with only just a couple of hours of flight training experience. Alright. Now, how exactly am I going to do this? I think the way it works is that you want to aim for the moon as it's sort of rising, so I think if I add a maneuver about here, what's that going to do for us? It would just bring that up a lot. There, is that going to have any encounter with the moon at all? How far off were we from a 90-degree orbit? Oh, quite a way off there. If I hit that, it doesn't really do anything about this. No, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I have no idea. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Kind of brings it into the right plane, doesn't it? Yeah, kind of. Oh, but nowhere near the moon though, so I think we'll scrap that maneuver. It's a bit too late. Okay, what if I put the maneuver about here-ish? What's that gonna do? Do we get an encounter at all? Oh! Oh boy, we actually get an encounter. So we'll try and tweak that a little bit to use this little energy as possible. Decent look at that. Well, that's kind of funny. We kind of go whoop whoo. Alright, well. Yeah, the Kerbal apoaps. Any actual encounter with the moon there? Get a bit of an escape. And that trajectory would leave us on a Kerbal escape if we didn't do anything about it. Alright, well, we get an encounter with the moon there. That just kind of makes us go whoop whoo. That's kind of cool. I think what we're going to do is actually roll with that. Might as well take what we can get with this. Oh. As disastrous as this could have been, we're actually doing quite good. We haven't killed Bob yet, so that's always a plus. Alright, so up here we've got 10 minutes of flight time, 9.5 minutes. Alright, so I think... how much time have we got? We've got 30 minutes to wait, but rather than wait, we can actually go up here, back up here to the, this thing here. It's like a time acceleration. And I can speed up the in-game time to bring that minute, that thing closer. We can't go faster than 50 below 120. Well, we're above 120 now, so we can actually go up that fast. Cool. 15 minutes. I think it's this button. Yeah, so it's that button there. Alright, 5 minutes to the burn. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll just slow down a little bit. Alright, down to 1 again, please. We got burn time of 43 seconds, and we've got about 25 seconds to go, so it seems like a good time as any to burn towards the moon. And hope we have enough fuel to land, at least on the surface. We're probably not going to be able to return back, unfortunately. We may need a bit of a redesign. We may need some sort of rescue mechanism to get him back. Yeah, we don't have enough fuel. Bad staging. Bad ship design, but hey, we're doing okay here. We're in orbit. This is technically my second flight ever. I'll take that any day. And stop. Okay, looking good. Now, how does that leave us? Okay, we didn't get that moon encounter. I probably overshot it. Alright, let's kill this maneuver. Quickly add a new one to see if we can get that encounter back. Okay. Try and bring that down. Alright, that looks good. Okay, that encounter is in 12 seconds. 10 seconds. We gotta move. Come on, Bob. Whereabouts is that maneuver node? There it is. 3, 2, 1. Close enough. Go. And stop. Alright. Okay, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. Again, not a perfect maneuver execution, but not bad. So now I think we've got a more stable encounter. Yeah. We've got a periapsis of about 600,000 there. Alright. Yeah. Cool. That's a bit wonky. We get the encounter back as we come back in. But we are going to come back around Kerbal, so if anything goes terribly wrong, we should be able to land this thing back on Kerbal. I like the sound of that. Well, I think at this point what we're going to do is speed the time up again. Yeah, a little bit more. 100? Can we go to 1,000? Yeah. Yeah, 1,000's really getting up there. And now notice as we get closer and closer to our periapsis, is it periapsis? Apoapsis. With Kerbal we actually slow down. Kind of the gravity sort of affecting us, and then that gives the moon a bit of time to catch up with us there. Alright. So we should have an encounter at the prescribed location. Cool. Okay, let's slow right down here. Let's see what we've got. Right. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna do something like this around the moon here. So here's what we've got at the moment. This is our trajectory, this blue line, and once we come to the end of this moon escape here, the moon will be over where this blue circle is. And then we'll be over here, and then that's good. Then we're probably just gonna do something like this back around Kerbal. If we don't do anything, there's the thing. But if we add a maneuver point here, and if we do something like this, now what I'm actually doing here is kind of what I did just before, slowing myself down. Because we're travelling too fast to kind of get captured and put into an orbit around the moon here. So if I slow myself down, I should be able to get into a pretty... that's a very high orbit, but What is that? 610, 698. Let's see if we can even those up. 620, 705. 686. Yeah. Well, that looks pretty good. Now the reason I'm burning near the periapsis here is that's actually a little bit more efficient on our fuel. That's just kind of a professional's advice there. Alright, well, yeah, we've got a nice little maneuver set up here. Actually, this time I'm going to head back to the, I don't know what screen this is called. I know the other one's called the map screen. I think this one's just called the mission screen or something like that. Just want to try and get on that blue as much as we can. Looking good. Can we see the moon from here at all? What about Kerbal? If I could find Kerbal, that would make it a little bit easier. Oh! Oh! Wow, we're facing exactly away from it. Wow! Well, there's the moon. Oh! There's Kerbal and there's the sun. The three celestial bodies in the demo, all in one little shot. That's actually a really cool shot right there. Kind of the moon, or the Kerbal almost eclipsing the sun there. Getting a little bit of lens flare, that's nice. We've got an hour and 24 minutes until that burns, so we are going to accelerate time a little bit here. Speed that up. Let's see. Okay, now we can travelling noticeably. Yeah, we are getting closer to the moon here, I can see. Not by much, but we are. Wow, okay. I want to bring that down. Ooh, dang it, I missed it! I better start burning, I missed it. That's the end. You don't really want to miss time acceleration too much, otherwise and stuff like that. Alright, what did that do for us? Oh! Well, regardless, that was pretty much a perfect, near perfect. That's so far is my most perfect, the perfect thing that I overshot. Alright. Well, there we go. We are in orbit around Kerbal's moon. The moon. Wow. Actually looks really nice. Yeah, tons of detail there on this model. At least in this picture here. Cool. Alright, so we've got this stable orbit here. What I think we want to do... Yeah, we can almost do it now, actually. So if I actually bring up the nav ball... So we're pretty much not facing the direction that we're not going, right? Let's see. If I just want to get off there. That's the face... Yeah, that's... Is that the way we're not going? Can't really tell. No, okay, yeah, that was. So there's these little indicators on the nav ball. That yellow one there that I was going towards there is the way that is called prograde. That is the... If you're facing that, that's the... you'd be facing the way that you're going. This one here is called retrograde, and so that's the way that you're not going. So the opposite. You're facing the opposite. So if we do this and slow ourselves down a little bit, just turn the thrusters on just a tiny amount here, we can see we're bringing down our periapsis here. Significant amount here, which is good. Now what I'm going to try and do is aim for a landing on the moon in the sunny side. Well, let's see if we can... Maybe we could land in that crater. Well, we'll just try landing there. Just land anywhere, really. We've got kind of a little crater there, so... Got a bit of a crater encounter. Alright, well... Now we've set ourselves up for on a collision course with the moon here. Now the thing that's going to keep us alive at this point is our engines. We should have enough fuel at the very least to land. We probably don't have enough to return to Kerbal. We probably could return to Kerbal with this amount of fuel if I knew what I was doing. Alright, well anyway, now that we've got that encounter with the moon set up, I think what we're going to do again is just try and bring that time acceleration up. Significant amount here. 50... 100... 1,000, how about that? Oh boy! Oh! Okay. Wow. The moon's just like, hey. And I'm just like, hey. Or Bill's just like, yeah, that's exactly the voice to go with that. Just like, hey. So, you come here often? Oh, alright. Yeah, I think we do actually need to get a little bit closer. We just need to be a little bit more careful with my time accelerations. What's that down there? I can kind of see some sort of irregularity there. Some kind of thing over there. That was interesting. Well, now the moon doesn't have any atmosphere, so that's not going to slow us down like on the first episode. Alright, we're coming in at breakneck speed here. Almost 700 meters per second. 22,000 kilometers, or 22 kilometers above the surface here. Looks like the moon rotates, so well, that's interesting. Okay, probably what I want to do here is actually really quickly get into prograde. We're going way too fast here. Alright, just try and bring that down nice and gently. And right there. That's good. Alright. We'll just fire full blast to try and slow ourselves down as quickly as we can here. Oh, I hope we don't burn through that thing too quick. Already down to 400 meters per second. 350. 100. Just get down to a nice rosy 180. Perfect. I think that really brought our speed down there. Okay, that's cool. Probably want to save the rest of it now for just landing. Okay. We're under 10 kilometers here. We're under 7 kilometers. Probably just want to angle ourselves appropriately towards the blue. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious me. We're gonna crash against the surface of the moon! Abort! Oh, we're heading up now, which was the desired effect. But... I know what I'm doing here. Alright, and hold that computer. No, hold that computer. Okay. So what have we got here? Okay, we just kind of did a little bit of a hop there. Now we're landing in this crater, which is... Is that it over there? Yeah, we were coming in way too hot there, I thought. Alright. Actually, what I'm going to do is... roll myself. Do this. That way the controls become a little bit more friendly, at least for me. So that A moves you to the left, that's good. We can do that. Just kind of gently slow ourselves down here. Okay, probably want to wait a little bit closer till that, until we're real close to the surface there. Then we can slow ourselves down. I'm a little bit worried about Bob's well-being here, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Understandable. Oh man. Alright. Again, we're coming in at we're screaming in at 200 meters per second. We just want to do some of this. Oh, jeez. Knew that was going to happen. What about the RCS? No. Any of these buttons slow me down at all? Not really. Okay, so... Oh, guys! Oh, dear. Bye, Bob. Oh, was that even Bob? I can't remember. Oh, no. Oh well, for my third mission, guys. That was my third ever second kind of quote-unquote real mission in Kerbal Space Program. Oh man. Oh actually look, something survived. What's that? Oh. Close? Can I focus on this at all? Something survived. Not sure what. I saw it there. Oh! Oh! Yeah, it did like a huge bounce. It must have bounced and come way over here. Cool. So whereabouts did we land? Yeah, just on the very edge of this ginormous crater, I thought. Yeah. Well, balls. We got to the moon, guys. We got to the moon. I think that's despite the fact that we did kill the guy, I think we definitely got something to learn from this experience. So we're going to actually go ahead and end that flight now. So guys, this was the Kerbal Space Program demo. I'm probably going to come back later, and I think we're going to try that mission again. Probably going to have to do a bit of a redesign of our craft here in the VAB. But yeah, we will try again. We will try and land on the moon. We will try and return to Kerbal. But you're going to have to wait till next time, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Birdtross playing the Kerbal Space Program demo. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button. And who knows, if this series gets enough support, I may end up buying the game and we will explore the rest of the places that this game has to offer, getting the full version. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. My name is Birdtross, and kia kaha.